Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got some very big news to share with you guys. Could Bitcoin start replacing bond investments as bonds are not performing well? Also, Google has made a huge crypto integration, guys. Very big adoption that you need to know about. Also, we got some adoption from a small business merchant payments solution, which is going to help small businesses to accept crypto as payments. And also a major alcohol gin company has adopted Bitcoin for payments. So we're going to break that down. Before we do, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, Bitcoin not doing much. Once again, just over $46,000 as we've been talking about. I think it's going to build these support levels here, and we're going to move sideways. Maybe in another week and a half or so, we break out to 65 to 70,000 or higher. That's what I'm thinking. Obviously, that's not a certainty, but a probability. And I think it's likely because the market cycles are playing out according to, the macro level view, which is what I like to look at. I am not a day trader. I'm a hodler, and I do swing trade over, quarters and months, but I'm not doing any leverage trading or anything along those lines. Now, with that said, I want to share something with you guys, which is very interesting, but take it with a grain of salt. Talk about correlation. Bitcoin has pumped almost 100% after each of the last three SpaceX Starship launches, with the next launch tomorrow, which would be March 1st. So this is interesting, right? I don't think there's anything here or any type of correlation necessarily. I just think it's coincidence, but it is interesting. Could we see a pump tomorrow because of this? I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, I go with facts, right, of market cycles and how history has played out, how things are trending. But nevertheless, it's an interesting thought here. And look, if it's Elon secretly pumping Bitcoin every time SpaceX launches, I'm not mad at it necessarily, but I don't think there's anything here. But nevertheless, an interesting thought here. Now, guys, Michael Saylor, we know he's the biggest Bitcoin bull ever. This guy has put over $1 billion of Bitcoin on MicroStrategy's balance sheet. He also personally holds Bitcoin. We know his Bitcoin for Corporations initiative, which, I've interviewed Michael a month ago. We talked about it. He, of course, had a conversation with Elon Musk on Twitter. They took it offline. Elon buys Bitcoin, adds it to Tesla's balance sheet. Well, he said here in response to economist Mohamed El-Erian, who tweeted the following here: in an interesting letter as usual, Warren Buffett joins those warning about the level of yields. So talking about bonds not performing well. And Michael responded by saying, if we agree with Mohammed and Warren Buffett that bonds are broken as a store of value, then corporate treasury reserve strategies employing bonds no longer work to preserve shareholder value. Hashtag Bitcoin. I think you get what he's trying to say there. Some of this money, if bonds are not working, it's going to flow into what? Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race, as billionaire hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones said last year, and that is why these guys are allocating their respective money into Bitcoin, because you need to be diversified. Inflation is coming and bonds are not performing well, so what are the alternatives? And Bitcoin and the crypto market present a solid alternative here. So very interesting, guys. And if we once again get some of this money and get companies adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet, oh man, Bitcoin to $100,000 plus is going to be very easy. And remember what Michael said in an interview on CNBC in December. He could see Apple, Google's, the Amazons coming and doing what he and Tesla have done. And I think that's very likely. We will see more companies capitulate. And of course, Square has done it. We saw that the Motley Fool went ahead and did it. Even though it was a small amount, $5 million, they added Bitcoin to their balance sheet. That's a big green flag right there. Now, the big crypto adoption news, guys, I need to share with you guys. Google Finance adds dedicated crypto tabs featuring Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum, and Litecoin. Crypto continues to enter mainstream usage. Google Finance users can now get a quick rundown of the top cryptocurrency prices with just one click. Guys, this is big. This is big. And now you may say, I don't know. I don't use Google Finance. Not everyone uses the same platform. For example, remember when Yahoo Finance did this? That was big. And I don't use Yahoo Finance, but there's a segment of the population that does, right? Not everybody does the same thing or uses the same thing. You need to understand the broader, macro level view of how people operate based on their personality, the things that they like, and so on and so forth, their demographics and so forth. But Google Finance integrating this gives validity to this crypto market, guys. So the section titled Crypto now appears in the Compare Markets category alongside conventional stock and currency markets. The section provides key pricing information for various cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So here's a screenshot of it. So I love this, guys. This is great. Crypto being positioned alongside other assets, stocks, and currencies, and so on and so forth. I love it. This article continues to talk about how YouTube's been shutting down crypto channels and so forth. But nevertheless, guys, this is a big adoption win. So both retail adoption and institutional interest has been grown rapidly over the last 3 months. And with major firms like Tesla and MasterCard actively embracing cryptocurrencies, the need for clear regulation is growing, according to United States Securities and Exchange Commissioner Hester Peirce. And by the way, I'll be interviewing Hester Peirce in a couple of weeks, guys. It is scheduled. So I'll be talking to her about all these things, a Bitcoin ETF, how we test 2.0, and what else we need for this market to keep going. So guys, big adoption here. Big adoption. I know it's not the most sexiest news. It's not price action that we want to see the price go up, of course, but these things lead to higher prices, mass awareness, mass infrastructure being set up for the crypto market. Now, speaking of huge adoption news, OLB Group enables crypto payments for thousands of U.S. merchants. Small businesses can now accept cryptocurrency payments using OLB's point-of-sale technology. Now, of course, we know that Square and some of these other payments companies, obviously MasterCard, Visa, and so forth, are integrating crypto. So everybody's jumping on board here. Any point-of-sale technology, any merchant services, they are doing it. We're just seeing everybody capitulate because people are going to want to maybe spend their crypto, right? Not everyone, but remember, when the prices get so high, if you're spending, a couple Satoshis on something, that's not killing your portfolio, right? If a Bitcoin at $100,000, you're spending 1 or 2 Satoshis, that is nothing. Right. So OLB Group, a New York-based e-commerce merchant service provider, is making it easier for businesses to accept cryptocurrency payments. OLB's more than 8,500 merchants are now able to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, DAI at the point of sale through the company's OmniSoft business management platform. Customers wishing to pay with cryptocurrency in store or through their mobile phones can simply elect to do so with their cryptocurrency wallets. All payments are processed through SecurePay, a payment gateway that authenticates the transactions, converts the cryptocurrency to US dollars, and approves the final sale. I love it, guys. This is the adoption news you want to see as a cryptocurrency investor and holder. You want to see the ability to, I should back up and say the on-ramps of being able to buy and store your crypto, and the off-ramps, the ability to spend and, of course, sell your crypto, guys. It's coming full circle now, right? And we are still early. I know some of you may be like, well, I feel late, but you got to think macro level. You got to think the next bull cycle as well, not just this one. Now, finally, shaken, not stirred, guys. Jin Company accepts first U.S. Bitcoin payment from distributor. So companies are accepting cryptocurrency payments. I love it. And obviously, the merchant services, the technologies are being built out. Highclere Castle Spirits and Heritage Wine and Spirits, based out of Kentucky, have transacted the first payment between supplier and distributor in Bitcoin. With Bitcoin near record highs, this is believed to be the first transaction in the world with the spirits industry. Highclere Castle Spirits sold 10 cases of Highclere Castle Gin to Heritage Wine and Spirits for sale into the Kentucky market. The parties will transact a larger order in late February. This follows a growing trend of industries taking a forward-thinking approach to integrating cryptocurrency into their business model. So very bullish, my friends, very bullish. This, once again, is the news you want to see. Adoption, companies actually using it. So here's a quote. Highclere Castle has a long history of being a frontier from the 5th Earl of Carnarvon's discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun, couldn't say that, to launching one of the most highly awarded gins in the world, accepting the first transaction in Bitcoin. Just another example of Highclere making history, said Adam von Guten, co-founder and CEO of Highclere Castle Spirits. Very great news here, my friends, and this is, of course, making the rounds. It's a press release, so they're being public about it, and Game 3 will tell you what's going to happen next. The other competitors in that respective market are going to try to do the same thing. Everybody's going to try to set up to get accept crypto as a payment, and we will see new all-time highs coming, guys. We just got to be patient. Look at the macro level charts, right? We're still early in this year's bull market cycle. And look, this bull market cycle could be extended a bit further than how it has years ago. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of these companies are buying to hold long term. Like Michael Saylor has said, he's not selling, right? And if you have companies that are doing this, holding it as like a bond, as a hedge, they're not going to be dumping like retail investors come January 2018 after the 2017 bull run up, right? It's going to be much more stable. Now, I'm not saying we're not going into a bear market. We will go into a bear market. No bull market lasts forever. So there will be corrections. Lower prices will come, of course, but after we hit new all-time highs. So I hope you guys get that. So you need to make sure you have a plan, but are we going to see a drop off from a cliff like crazy like we've seen historically? No. Unless there is a black swan event, like how we had the coronavirus shutdown that took place last year. That was a black swan event that wiped out all markets, right, including crypto. So unless there's a black swan event, I think we see a pullback, lower prices, and then we go into a bear market, but it won't be as drastic of a drop than what we saw last time. And of course, I promised you guys I have to do a video on how to make money in the bear market, such as staking and earning rewards and things along those lines. So I'm working on that video for you guys. So guys, what do you think? Do you agree with this SpaceX launch? Maybe tomorrow we see a pump. Once again, take it with a grain of salt. And what do you think about this Google adoption news? I think this is huge. This is just big time right here. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video with a crypto skeptic. Hit the thumbs up button with the notification bell enabled. Remember, I'm interviewing Chris Giancarlo, former CFTC. We're going to talk digital dollar and crypto regulations this week, so you don't want to miss that, guys. So make sure you're subscribed, and I'll talk to you all later.